What's up, lovelies? It's your girl RJ. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, thanks so much for stopping by. If you've been here before but you have not yet smashed that red button below, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to know when I upload, you can hit that notification bell. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to leave a comment, that would be cool too. Alright guys, so this video is going to be a pretty long one. Not only are we going to be doing a gab and get ready, but if you stick around to the very end, I've got some giveaway information that you're definitely going to want to check out. Now, if you don't want to watch the whole video and just want to skip ahead to the giveaway, I mean, I guess that's cool. I'll put a timestamp in the description box below so that you can jump right to that info. So today is going to be a gab and get ready. I'm going to stick with one brand for this one, and it is going to be Tarte today. The main reason we're using Tarte Cosmetics is I recently ordered this cool set from QVC. It actually was launched like in March, I believe, but mine was waitlisted and I finally got it. So when I pulled this out to film with, I was trying to get together some other makeup and I started pulling out all my Tarte items, and I had quite a few. I definitely think it is enough for a full face. So I figure we'll just stick with one brand. I think the only thing I don't have any Tarte products of is brows. So like I said, it's gonna be a long one, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so I've already washed and moisturized my face, so let's start off with primer. I'm going to be using the Tarte Brighter Days. I believe I got this either as a 100-point perk, or it was one of those items that you could pop in your basket if you spent $25. I've never used it before, but I do know it is like a brightening primer. Let's take the little, see, I told you I've never used it. The safety seal is still on. Let's take that off. So I'm excited for this kind of, I'm not going to talk about it in a lot of detail, but about this mini giveaway that I'm doing. On both my Instagram and here on the YouTube channel, I'm getting close to 1,000 followers for both, a little closer on Instagram than this one. So I thought a fun way to kind of hype it up is to do a mini giveaway in anticipation for the big 1K giveaway. So it's really surprising to me because honestly, I don't think I ever thought I would even get to 1,000. I remember when I first started and I had, you know, like 10 subscribers and I was like, I'll never get to 100. And then that happened and you're just like, oh my gosh, you know, people want to watch me and listen to what I'm talking about, which is kind of cool. Like, makeup is so much fun to me, and, you know, I honestly don't think there is a right or a wrong way to do it. It's just, you know, it's fun. It's art. You know, you can be as creative or as, you know, basic as you want to be. So again, this is the Amazonian Clay foundation in Tan Honey. I'm using a Real Technique sponge. I don't think I put enough on. I just kind of dotted it around my face, so I'll probably have to go in with a little bit more. Now, this is actually my second time getting this foundation, actually third time. So the first time I bought it, I tried to use like the online chart, and I got a shade that was way too light. And so I went into the store and swatched the colors, but I don't know if I just still ordered the wrong one, or when they sent it, they didn't send it to me, but it was still way too light. So this one in Tan Honey, I actually think it's a pretty good match. So I'm excited that I finally got one that works, because I don't really know how easy it is to return part of a set to QVC. Do you guys ever shop there for makeup? Sometimes like brands will go on their Snapchat and talk about being there, and it makes me go check it out. I'm trying to look in my viewfinder. I guess I could use this mirror that I have right down here. That would be probably the best thing to do. But yeah, it's cool with QVC because, you know, you can break it up into little payments. So I don't feel as bad about spending like $100 or $200 on makeup because, you know, you pay for it over like a 6-month period or 4 months. I don't know, something like that. Which is kind of cool. I just put a little bit more directly on the sponge, and I'm just going to go in a couple more spots. I think this is, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's full coverage. This is a full coverage foundation. But I never know like how many, you know, some foundations, how many coats it takes to get full. Because some foundations, you know, I see people put them on and you can tell the second that they put it on that it's like covering everything. And other ones, it's like a buildable full coverage. So you can work up to that. I said I was going to stop putting foundation right under my eyes because I always do concealer there just to kind of brighten up my face. But I always forget. I'm just going to take it onto my ears. Short haircuts. Got to blend into your ears as well. And down my chin. You know, I just realized I don't have a setting powder. I'll have to use, I don't know, should I go high end or low end? Because I could either use my e.l.f. Should I go high end or low end? Because I could either use my e.l.f. or my Kat Von D. I think those are the two loose setting powders I'm using right now. All right, let me take a closer look. Guess I can pull my hair up here. Woo! Stuff is falling. All right, let's take a closer look. Yeah, I think that blended out pretty good. I have this like pimply dry patch right here on my nose that just doesn't want to go away. It was a pimple and now it's just some weird dry patch that's just clinging onto my face. So that's super fun. All right, so next up is concealer. I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape. This is actually in light neutral. Again, I don't usually buy concealer to conceal. I just buy it to brighten. So I always go a little lighter than probably most people do. Now, Shape Tape is pretty thick, so you don't need a lot. And that's just where I'll put it. So I can't believe that like summer is over. My son started back to school. Actually, both my kids started back to school last week. And I mean, it's still nice and warm out. Obviously, I mean, I'm in the South. It stays warm for a while, but I miss the lazy days of summer. We always like sleep in a little bit, usually until like 8 during the summertime. And of course now that school's back in, you know, we're up at 6:30. So that's not as much fun for me. I don't know about you guys, but I like to sleep. I'm definitely one of those people that can sleep for like, you know, 14 hours. And I'm sorry I'm looking down, but my mirror is right here, so don't think I'm ignoring you. But yeah, and then, so by the time this goes up, because this is, I don't know when this is going to go up, but the solar eclipse will have already happened, and we're going to go to Stone Mountain, which is just like a kind of a, well, I started to say amusement park. It's a park, but you can ride like a cable car type thing. Not a cable car. Whatever the things are that go like up, I was going to say into the mountains, but anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. You can ride that up to the top, and they're giving out like the solar glasses, and you can watch it, which I'm glad because I tried everywhere to like find some, and I waited too long, and so they're all sold out everywhere. And then also people were getting bad ones. I had a friend that bought some off of Amazon, and they wound up refunding her money and telling her not to use them, that they weren't actually like legitimate glasses, which is kind of scary. Like, I want to burn out your retinas trying to see like the solar eclipse. All right, that looks pretty blended. What do you guys think? Nice and bright. Ooh, I look like a ghost on camera. It's probably from like my lights. It always blows me out just a little bit. I'm going to use the Tarte Pro Glow palette, but what I'm actually going to use out of this one is this cream contour shade right here. That's in the shade I don't cream contour very often, but I just feel like I want to try it out today. Also not sure what brush to use. I'm just going to try this R13. This brush might be too soft. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I may have put too much on. We will see what happens. So I'm still going to go in with my sponge because, yeah. Okay, that's blending out pretty good. Contour is one of those things that I feel like I'm still kind of trying to figure out, you know, the difference between like bronzing your skin and contouring. I mean, I guess contouring is really to try to go in and use the darker shades to, you know, slim your face down. And then bronzing is just to warm your face up. So if you used a lighter foundation or you just want to look like you've got more of a summertime glow, I'm try to bring that down here just a little bit, then I guess that's bronzing. And usually you're not going to like contour with a sparkly darker shade, but I mean, honestly, you could do what you want. And if you want to go dark, I don't know how that's looking on camera, but it doesn't look bad in my mirror, so I'm feeling all right about it. All right, so normally I would do blush next. Yes, it's weird when you can't remember your routine. So I have this kit that I bought last year. I think this was like one of their Christmas deals, and it has down here blush, highlight, and I think 2 different powder bronzers. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I wanted that kit so bad. When I saw it, when it first was released, you could only get it if you were rouge, and I wasn't rouge yet then. And I was like, maybe it's 2 years ago? No, it had to be last year. And so then it was finally available for everybody. I quickly ordered it. I got it. I did swatches. I was like, oh my God, I have never used it. Because it is so thick and bulky, it doesn't fit in like where I put my normal palettes. And so I keep it like in another shelf, and I never remember to reach for it. So we might use some of the eyeshadows today too, but I'm going to use this blush right here, and it's called Moment. So I'm just going to grab a Real Techniques brush, dip that in there. I've really tried to slow down on my makeup purchasing because, you know, they are releasing stuff every month. I mean, every week almost something new is coming out. And if you're like me, of course, you have like your beauty gurus that you're watching, and you see them talk about it, and then of course you see another one talk about it, and the hype becomes real. You're like, oh my God, I have to get this. But, you know, do we need 15 neutral palettes? No. Does the beauty company want us to buy 15 neutral palettes? Of course. So I'm trying to do better about slowing down and really thinking about, oh, I like this shade a lot. Do I really need it? Is it something I want? Do I have to have it right now? Because another thing is that because stuff is coming out constantly, things go on sale. And you know, that palette that you ran out and bought the first week is still just as awesome on week 6, but now it's $15 cheaper. You know, obviously with us, if you're trying to be a content creator, then of course getting things as soon as they come out is good because of course you can be quick to review them. But I think there's a lot of people that wait. Oh, hold on. I'm just talking too much. Let me pick a, what are we gonna do next? Oh, highlight. So I'm gonna use for highlight, this is another little 100-point perk item that I picked up, I think like a couple weeks ago. And this is the Tarte Pro Glow. It's in the shade Stunner. But anyway, so what I was going to say is that everybody doesn't go out and buy stuff right away. So I don't think there's anything wrong with you know, kind of having that same philosophy on my channel, that, you know, there's going to be other people. See how that works? Yeah, that just went all over my lips. Pretend that didn't happen. There's going to be other people that, you know, 3 months later when the item's on sale, that's when they're thinking about buying it, and that might be a good time to review it. That didn't blend out very well with the sponge. I don't know if it just doesn't react well with the kind of dampness, but I'm just going to go in with my finger, try to tap it out. But yeah, I think that, you know, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, if it's something that I really, really want, then, you know, maybe I'll break down and get it, but maybe I'll just wait a couple months, because I know the Urban Decay set that I wanted so bad, the Urban Decay times, or with, I don't like saying times with the X because I always think that just means and. That's how we do it in design. So it's weird to me that people always say times. I mean, I get it because it's like the multiplication symbol. Anyway, I digress. The Urban Decay Basket set, when it came out, like, I really wanted that bad. And I, you know, I wanted the whole set in the cute, cool box that I could hang up and display. But, you know, it just wasn't in the budget. So I, trying to figure out what eyeshadows we're going to go in with. So I just bought like one palette and a lipstick, but then, like, yeah, a couple months later it was all on sale and I went back and got all the other pieces from the collection I wanted. I mean, I didn't get the cool box that I wanted, but I still got all the pieces and I'm very happy with it. So this palette is really pretty, and it's got a lot of obviously warm neutral shades. There's a real pretty Hypnotic, seems like a really pretty, let's just swatch that, because in the pan it looks almost burgundy. Ooh, that. Can you guys see that? That's pretty. So I definitely want to use that one. I'm going to start off from this palette in, what shade? This shade right here, which is Van Gogh. This palette, all the names have like artist names. I can't remember what it was called. I'm so bad about that. Like, I'm always in awe of the people that like will pull out a lipstick and they'll be like, oh yeah, this reminds me of this lipstick, you know, and they'll say the name and then they'll go pull it out. I don't remember the name of anything 5 seconds later. Like, I'm really bad about that. I've never had a really good memory. I don't know if it's because I've had several concussions as a child and it just, you know, I'm like that 51st Dates movie with Drew Barrymore. Like, you know, the next day I'm like, what did we talk about? I don't remember. And I'm also really bad about saying what brush I'm using because some of them don't have numbers or names. I don't remember where I got them. Like, it's just, it's pandemonium. I also need to get a better thing to hold my brushes right now. They're all stuffed into this guy, so it's a little tough to like sort through and find what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna go in next with stained glass, this one right here. I just ordered, I'm very excited, I just ordered a new tripod, and because this is like my 4th tripod, and for some reason I keep getting ones that just don't want to stay together. And this one, the part that keeps like where you can raise the camera up and down, the camera just slides down. So I just have to raise the legs up and keep the camera all the way down, because, you know, otherwise I'd be filming and all of a sudden be like, ooh, but I wouldn't be moving. So yeah, so let's go under this. I should have brought like a little hand mirror. Do I have, oh, I guess I can just use this. Look at that. Now, keeping with that, what color is that? Oh, I'm going to go in with this one, which is Hot MoMA, and it's like a more glittery shade, but it really goes with that stained glass really nice. And if you guys don't know this about me, I feel really weird if I have a full like matte eye. Like, I am very much into like shimmer shades. And am I blocking? The only bad thing about the viewfinder, I have a mini ring light, so it kind of halfway blocks my viewfinder, so I just have to like move around to try to see if I've got things in focus. But yeah, I love some shimmer, although this one isn't giving me quite as much as I thought. I'm also like really sad that I'm just now using this palette because there's some really good colors in here. Did any of you guys pick this up? See, again, that was the problem with the need it. I don't even know if it was really talked about that much. I mean, people came out with like, you know, what their holiday palettes were. You know, not they, but you know, like what companies' holiday releases were. And I feel like I saw it on a couple, but not a lot. What do you guys think of these anti-haul videos that are going around right now? It seems like a smart way to do a video without buying anything. You just go through and pick some stuff that you're not interested in and tell people why. So we got a little bit of fallout with that last one. So let me just try to sweep some of this away. Now, I wanted to use that shade that I swatched, but it's more coppery, and I kind of went more purple, but maybe we can still do it on like the inner lid. So I think I'm going to use this, where is it at? 1-2 Manet color. I'm just going to go up a little bit higher with that one. It's also a bit of a shimmer shade, but not much. Ooh, it's pretty powdery. Where's my mirror? But I'm going to use this little e.l.f. brush. And I'm going to go into that hypnotic that I showed you guys in the beginning. And I'm just going to do my inner lid. This flat definer brush. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of the Hot Mama, and then I'm going to go on my lower lash line. I'm going to go underneath with that one. This is the Hypnotic again from the Man-Eater palette. Take this Morphe M168, which is kind of like a little smudger brush, and just kind of blend that all together. Actually, I'm going to go do my brows really quick, and then we'll come back and do some more stuff. Alright, so I didn't really do anything super fancy with my brows, but since it wasn't a Tarte product, I just decided to leave it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone and inner corner, and I think I'm going to use the shade right here, which is Foxy. Alright, so let's put on some mascara. I have two, the Lights Camera Lashes in like a sample size, and then the Man-Eater one that came in the set. I think I'm going to use this one because I've been wanting to try this for a while. Also, I'm going to be doing some lashes. I picked these up at Gen Beauty. This is in the style Flirt. So let's put the mascara on first, and I'm going to zoom you out just a bit because I'm sure when I bend down to put it on, I will cut myself out of frame. So here's the wand for that one. Shorter bristles, which is not usually my favorite, but I've heard good things about this one. So so this mascara is like super wet, and I find that I'm kind of fighting to keep my lashes from clumping together, but when I can get them to separate, it looks really nice. This is just one that I'm gonna have to work with a little bit to get used to. I'm gonna do some eyeliner just in my waterline. I'm gonna use the Man-Eater one as well. I think this is the only eyeliner I have. I'm gonna put on some eyeliner. I'm going to attempt to put on some lashes. I'm sure it'll seem like just a second and I'll be back, but in real life, it's probably going to be forever. So see you guys in a bit. All right, so I am back and the struggle is real. We're gonna keep the camera back here because from a distance, I think that they don't look too bad, but up close, we are having some issues with the bands. I don't wear falsies very often. This is probably only the third attempt I have made to put them on, and my eyes are watering, so I'm gonna try not to cry. But I do feel like it definitely made the look very dramatic all of a sudden. So I'm really loving it. I just have to work with it a little bit more to perfect it. And that's all we're going to say about that. We're just going to move on. Park Avenue Princess is one of my favorite bronzers. And I just want to go over my skin with this just a little bit, just to add a little color. I don't think this foundation is super light, but I wouldn't mind just warming it up a bit. So I got a little bit on the brush, and I'm just going to kind of re-emphasize the places that I did the contour, and then just lightly kind of on my face. So a little bit over where I did the blush, right there, just to warm it up a tad. So now we need to pick a lip, and I have all of these. Most of them are sample sizes that I've got in the different boxes. I just did, if you didn't get a chance to watch that, I just did a review and some swatches of the Sephora favorites, Show Me Some Nude Lip. I'll throw a card up over here for you guys to click and check that out. Now, one of my favorites that I do wear quite a bit, I'm gonna put these down, is this one right here. This is from the Graveyard Girl collaboration. It's in the shade Texas Toast. That's it right here. And I actually think it'll look really good with the eye makeup I have on. But I also have, this is the latest one that came in the box right here. And I've never worn this, so I think that's what we're going to go with today. Let's go ahead and put this on. Alright, so it looks pretty good. I want to just spice it up just a tad. And then this one is, oh, it's called Wonder. So, ooh, that one's really bright. Let's do this one. What do you guys think? Just a little bit. Kind of gives them a bit of an ombre look, so a little darker in the center, fades out. That looks pretty good. And then, so I'm just gonna add, ooh, this stuff is very sparkly. So this is the, oh goodness, Spellbound Sprinkle Face and Body Glitter. I just want to add a little bit on top of my highlight. There's some remnants in the cap. I'm just gonna swirl some of that out. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter to be a little extra. So we're just going to emphasize our eyes with it. Ooh, okay. I thought there was just like a little bit sitting in the cap, but apparently there's a lot. So we'll be super extra. And then I've got this Rainforest of the Sea. It's a setting spray. It can be used as a primer, just a hydrating mist. I'm going to try that size that you get like when you're at the register, when they have all the smaller like travel size. I like to get these. I know people say that if you cost compare this one to like the full size that you're spending more for these, but they cost less up front. If you're like me, this is one of like 10 primers I currently have. And if you don't like it, you know, if you don't make it back to return it, then it's not such a big deal. So let's see what the mister looks like. Apparently it doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh. Okay, it definitely looks like there's a few heavier kind of sprays that are coming out, so I'm going to hold this back a little bit. Yeah, I am not, oh Jesus, no. I am not a fan of this mister at all. It smells good, but I feel like I'm going to have like wet spots because I could see it when I sprayed it. There was definitely like larger kind of clumps. It wasn't a fine mist. All right, guys, so here's our final look. I'm going to zoom you guys in for just a closer take. So overall, I'm really pleased with the look. I think my eyes came out good. The lashes have not popped off yet, so we're doing good so far. I'm liking the foundation. Everything looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Hey, So it looks like you made it to the end of the video. Unless you skipped ahead, you know who you are. But if you did watch the Gab and Get Ready, then you know that I'm really gearing up for my 1K giveaway. And in anticipation of reaching that number, I wanted to do a little mini giveaway to get you guys excited. So we're gearing up to hit 1,000 on not only YouTube, but also on Instagram. So I'm actually doing 2 giveaways. And it ties in pretty well with today's video because they're both Tarte products. So what I have is the Tarte, this is the Unicorn Make Believe in Yourself palette. I didn't actually use it in today's video, but I do love it. So one winner is going to receive this, and the other winner is going to receive the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. This is a highlight palette. In addition, I picked up 2 little goodie bags at Sephora, and each one of the winners will get one of these bags as well. So winner number 1 will get both of these items, and then winner and then winner number 2 will get these 2 items. Now these bags have just some little goodies in it. These were some promotional pouches that I picked up from Sephora. Obviously they say Sephora on them. And I'll just show you really quick what all it includes. They both have the exact same thing. So you're going to get a sample of Clean Reserve. You're also going to get a foil packet of the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold. It looks like there is a replica perfume sample in here, as well as a Marc Jacobs eyeliner, a Tata Harper face mask. Ooh, I like this. I have one of these. You're also going to get a pretty decent size of the Origins. This is the Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask. So you'll get that. You're also going to get a Smashbox Lippy, and this is going to be in the shade just Legendary. And then lastly, a Perricone MD Hydrating Cream. So that bad baby right there. So all of these items will be inside both of the bags. So I have listed all of the details on how to enter below in the description box. A lot of stuff going on in the description box today, but that will be up top, easy to reach. When you click it to enter, I think it's going to forward you over to my blog. I'm using a company or website to help keep track of all the entries, and you have to paste the code somewhere, so that's where it's going to be. You can enter, I believe, multiple times. There's some mandatory entries, and then there's some daily entries like watching a video, leaving comments, different things like that. All of that will be below. I've like half set it up, so that sounds about right. The contest is going to kick off obviously when this video goes live, and then you have until the end of September to enter. So plenty of time to get your entries in, a couple of really cool prizes, and I think that's it. All right, guys, we've reached the end of this video. As always, I love making them. I hope that you guys love watching them, and until next time, bye guys.